Hello everyone, it's finally here, and on today's video I want to chat to you about how I went about starting a small scale poultry farm. Emphasis on small scale, by the way, because this is as small scale as it can get. So this business idea was initiated towards the end of last year, 2023. This idea was taken from another YouTuber who farms for a living. So I figured, okay, this is a business idea that I can try out. And so that's where I went on to approach some of my friends, and then I onboarded them, or I tried to sell them to the idea of starting a small scale poultry farm, of which they were more than happy to. And then we went on to register the business with the CIPC. The business was registered under the trading name of Ibambene Pty Ltd. So in total, the business has four directors, myself, and the three other guys. I'm not going to mention their names here because they didn't consent to that. So the approach to this business was actually very simple. The idea was for us to plan and strategize as much as we possibly could for our finances as well as the operational part of the business. So from a financial point of view, initially, we needed to plan for the chicken shed design as well as the construction of that chicken shed. So basically designed this chicken shed ourselves. It's a simple room. We saved up money for that, and by the beginning of April, the chicken shed was built, and the chickens were ready to come in. So the next step was to essentially purchase all the equipment. We needed to buy the feeders, the drinkers, as well as the wood shed that we would lay down onto the concrete for the chickens. So one of the key things that I want to say is that the operational part of the business is actually in KZN, and none of these directors of this business are based in KZN. So we needed to employ someone to assist us in ensuring that the operational part of the business is running smoothly. So once the chicken shed was, of course, built, we needed to purchase the chickens. Now, once the equipment and everything that the chickens would need was purchased, so we purchased the chickens by June 2024, and they only arrived a month later in July 2024, and they started to lay a few weeks later. I think about 2 or 3 weeks later, that's when they started to actually lay eggs. They started to lay only small eggs, but as time went on, they started to lay really big eggs. So that was really exciting for us because we started to see some form of progress. And what was really exciting was the fact that people wanted to actually buy from us. So it was really comforting to know that there were people that actually wanted to buy from our business. So as time went on, we had to account for how much chicken feed we needed to buy for the chickens. We also needed to readjust some of the operational expenses that are sort of recurring for the business on a month-to-month basis. So opening a business account was also very convenient because it meant that we had a centralized point of reference as far as our finances were concerned. So as time went on, we quickly realized that we ran into a business problem. It was a good business problem, if you ask me, because the demand was way higher than the supply of for our eggs. So we had a lot more people who wanted to buy from us than what we could produce as a business, and so we needed to bump up the amounts of chickens that we were farming. So by September 2024, we purchased 33 more chickens. This meant that in total we would have about 52 chickens. So why am I saying 52? It's because one chicken unfortunately died in the process. So from the first 20 that initially came in, one of them died, and then so when we purchased another batch, we purchased 33 to make up for that one, and then now we are sitting on 52 chickens. So that was also really exciting because when they arrived, I think about a week later, they also started to lay eggs. So one of the cool things about these chickens is that they lay every day. So every 23 hours or every 24 hours, an egg comes out, right? So what that means is that it makes it very convenient for us to track the number of eggs that we are expecting or to at least know how many eggs we should expect from these chickens on a weekly or monthly basis, which also helps us in managing expectations from customers as well. So I think that makes everything very convenient because we are actually able to manage our costs as well, in knowing how much feed we need to buy for the number of chickens that are there, and to also manage our own expectations. So, some of the key learnings that I took away from this business is the importance of starting really small. I think I can't emphasize that enough, because I think the idea of starting small means that you get to make mistakes and you get to manage risks as well, as opposed to just going all in without really having a plan. What starting small affords you is the opportunity to learn as much as you possibly can, because none of us really had any experience or knowledge in running any farm, to begin with. So I think starting really small helped us out in managing our own expectations. It also gave us an opportunity to learn as much as we possibly could, because at the beginning of this journey, we needed to do a deep dive into what it means to actually run a poultry farm. And we needed to now replicate that on a smaller scale. So as time goes, we start to realize that, okay, perhaps these are some of the things that are really, really important for the business. And I think it also allows for us to make mistakes along the way, which I think if you just go big, it might, stunt your growth or stunt your ability to essentially learn from any mistakes that you would make along the way. All right. So if you have anything to say about this video, do leave it in the comment section, and do consider subscribing and liking this video, and follow me on Instagram for more content. Cheers.